welcome to my channel. My name is Paula and in today's video, let's talk about expensive luxury designer handbags. And are they actually already too expensive? I guess we can all agree that the prices on these has gone up like crazy. But I'm not talking about purely just price increases in this video. I'm actually wanting to lift up a few bags that I feel like are truly just too expensive for what they are. Or are they? You tell me your opinion. So I'm not gonna talk about the Hermes Birkins or the Chanel Classic Flaps because I think we could lift up a few newbies as well to this kind of expensive bag stage. And I feel like it all started when I was checking Phoebe Philo's second drop. I was very disappointed in the first one, but I mean, curious still, so I went to check it out, and they still had this one bag that kind of gave me the idea for this video. And I'm talking about this XL Cabot tote, which they were asking 6,800 euros for. I did cover some disappointment in my reflection video on Phoebe Philo's first drop. This video is not going to be about Phoebe Philo though, so if you are concerned about that, it's not. But this just kind of gave me the idea to actually look a bit more into what is actually charged nowadays from certain bags. And I found 5 that I want to lift in this video because I truly feel that the price in those have already kind of been, it has gone overboard. Like, it is truly too expensive for what it is. Or is it? You tell me. Because I feel like maybe within luxury fashion, we have just been very blind to all of the price increases and in general the price level, or then maybe it's just me. But I've started to realize that certain bags are actually super expensive. Like, not talking about a few thousand euros, actually a lot more. And maybe I'm a late bloomer in this one, and I just haven't really thought about it before. But some of the prices are just like too much. Enough rambling, let's start going to the first bag. The first 2 are actually from Bottega Veneta, and in general, I feel like they are on the more expensive side as it comes to anything that they produce in bag world, but I found these 2. So this Cabot medium tote bag, medium, is 7,200. I can understand that making this kind of leather weaving is like handcrafted, it takes time and all, but an open leather tote bag for over 7,000 euros? Really? I have no words. This is a very simple tote for over 7,000. I don't know. Am I alone to think that this is actually just like too much for what it is? I don't know. I saw this and it kind of threw me a bit. Like, really? Is it worth it? The other Bottega bag is actually from the Jodie line, and it's the mini Jodie. And can you imagine that the Jodie can also cost over 6,000 euros? Well, this embellished version can, and I do understand that this is kind of their crystal version of a bag and so on, but 6,500 euros for a mini Jodie. I mean, I don't know. It might be that it takes a lot more effort with Bottega to put on these embellishments compared to Prada or other luxury houses who also do these crystallized bags. Maybe this is done in some special way. But still, considering that I feel like the Jodie is very expensive in their kind of original state, this really takes the cake. Like, I don't know. It's truly something special. Or am I alone? What do you think? Is it overboard, or is this just like their artisan vision? I don't know. Okay, then moving on to Dior, and also something that I also own. And that is the Lady Dior bag in the medium size. I was in shock when I saw that new from the boutique. This is now 5,900 euros. I am pretty certain that this, like, almost 6,000 euros. This is a classic. This has a Dior heritage. It's like it has the whole backstory of what it is and all, but almost 6,000 euros for this bag. Boy, am I happy that I purchased this when I did and paid around 1,000 euros for it, which at that time was like a third of what they were asking new from the boutique at that point. And I have owned this soon 5 years. So yeah, prices have gone up for sure. And I know that Dior has also kind of tried to lift them to a bit more like expensive tier and all. But is that a bit overboard for this bag? It is beautiful though, but I would not pay 5,900. I wasn't even ready to pay the 3,000 something in the boutiques when I got this. I don't know. It's crazy money to me. Okay, even though I'm personally not that much following Louis Vuitton anymore, I went to check their website as well when I was kind of picking up some bags for this video. And surely there were expensive bags, but then I saw this one, which is the Streamer bag, and it goes for 5,300 euros. I don't know, maybe this leather is super rare or something, but this shape definitely is not a unique piece. And even if looking on their website of other Louis Vuitton bags, I found two very similar shapes that started with 2,000 euros something. So I'm a bit baffled here. What is so great about this Streamer bag? Maybe if you haven't, you can tell me. But I just couldn't really wrap my mind into why is this particularly this expensive. I don't know if it's exotic leather because I didn't see mentioning of that anywhere, but maybe it is something special leather or something, and then they kind of excuse the price, or then there is something else going on, because I feel like this is a very basic shape in a bag. It does have some hardware on it, but like there is quite a price difference inside Louis Vuitton even with similar shaped of bags. I don't know, it just seems fairly much too expensive to me. And the final bag, which is a massive hit at the moment, and please don't hate me of any of these bags, but in particularly the last one, and it is the Row bag that is on every influencer's radar right now. The Margot bag. This is the 17 size, and it goes for 6,390 euros. I have not touched any bags from the Row, so of course I'm not the best person to comment on this perhaps, but I don't really understand how this brand is pricing their items so high. But of course, for those who see the value, maybe there is a value that I'm just not seeing. I'm just a tad surprised that, because this particular bag has just kind of blew up on social media. Maybe it's the quiet luxury path that is now happening, and this fits into that category, who knows? But I'm fairly much surprised of how expensive these bags are. And I am not entirely certain if they are too expensive already. Do you have experience with this bag? This was probably the one that I was the most kind of intimidated of speaking up, because I know that it is so hyped and I don't want to offend anyone. And maybe I should have said this in the beginning of the video of like, if you own any of these bags, or if you want them, or if you find them amazing, that is great. And maybe it's just me and my budget talking that these are too expensive. So please I don't mean to offend anyone. This is just my opinion of where I would put my own money and what I would consider too expensive or not. But I kind of do feel that the row is pretty much like the cherry on top of the cake with their bags. Probably all of them, in my opinion, are a bit too expensive for what they are, but especially this Margot bag that is now on everyone's hand. Like, where do we all suddenly grab 6,000 euros to put on these bags? I don't get it. Okay. Do you have some other examples of handbags that you feel that are way too expensive for what they are? They can be from these brands or some completely different brands. So please, let's continue in the comments down below. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.